Shine with Kendéll Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
Season 9 of Shine with Kendéll Lenice is sponsored by Excuse Me, Your Unhealedisshowing, Healing Purposely and Aging Fearlessly. This is the new book by Kendéll Lenice. Make sure you go to Amazon.com and get 2 copies, one for you and one for a friend. Nothing better than giving the gift of healing to yourself and someone you love. While you're over at Amazon, don't forget to leave a review on this book. It's so important. All right, that's it. That's all. Welcome to Shine with Kendéll Lenice. God bless y'all. Hey everybody, it is Kendéll Lenice. Again, welcome to Shine with me, Kendéll Lenice. All right, we are wrapping up season 9. When I say season 9, I'm like, wow, I've been at this thing for a moment. And I'm so excited for all of you that have been on this journey with me as we go into season 10 in July. We'll have a preview in June, but June is my birthday month, so I usually take off the month of June. But I'll pop in June and give you the plans for season 10, which starts in July of 2023. Wow. So I'll do another show in May, another episode in May, and then I'll come on and tell you what's in store for season 10. So you'll hear from me once in June. And then July, we on and popping. Usually I do 3 shows a month. So that's how it works if you're just tuning in for the first time. And I just started that schedule. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear this show, this episode about choices, because season 9 has just been focusing on healing all parts of your heart, your body, your mind, your spirit, and that's the main focus with my new book, Excuse Me, Your Unhealedisshowing, Healing Purposely and Aging Fearlessly. So today, y'all, we're going to be talking about healing from these choices that we make as people. And I'm going to be reading from chapter 5 in my book, Excuse Me, Your Unhealedisshowing. And the chapter is all about choices and challenges and how to heal from that. And then, of course, I'm going to give some statistics, reference points, how we can start healing and growing, because someone can point out an issue, right? But if they don't give you solutions or give you some hope, then how are you going to get to the other side where you need to be? Because I want everybody to be on their healing journey. It's so crucial to live your best life. People walk around, I'm living my best life. But how are you living your best life if you're not healing or on the journey or attempting to heal? Even going back further, recognizing what needs to be healed, recognizing patterns and correcting them, because that's how you can live a full life. That's how you can be different today than you were yesterday or 2 days ago or a month or a year ago, right? It's about recognizing, taking responsibility, being accountable for your life and how you can make a better one, praying all the way through it. So if this is your first time tuning in to Shine with Kendéll Lenice, I welcome you with open arms. To all my riders who've been riding with me since season 1, I see you, I appreciate you, and I honor you, and I hope I'm serving you well. Please come in, welcome in, and tell a friend. Please share this out, like it. If you can review it, please do so. And let's keep the party going when it comes to healing. All right, as always, we're going to start with this week's Life Note. All right, it's time for this week's Life Note. All right, so what is a life note, Kendéll? A life note is a quote or a saying that'll take you through the topic of this episode. It'll take you through next week, next year, and maybe it'll keep ringing in your ear for the rest of your life. This quote comes from success.com, John C. Maxwell. Y'all heard of him. Life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. Life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. That's deep right there. What does he mean? One choice leads to the next choice, leads to the next choice, leads to the next choice. And next thing you know, this is your life. And your life is encapsulated by the choices you make. So, as I was writing my book, right, and I was thinking about different things that maybe I needed to heal from, some of my clients needed to heal from, something I saw possibly on social media, or what people are trying to heal from. Now, my new book is very vulnerable. I share a lot of me in this book and certain places where I knew I needed to heal, even because everybody is on this journey. It doesn't matter your profession. If you're a life coach, if you're a doctor, if you're an attorney, if you're a teacher, if you are on a janitorial staff, if you are a car salesman or woman, if you are unemployed, it doesn't matter. We all need to heal because we've all been children. We've all experienced life, right? So it's so important to heal. Healing purposely, like really recognizing. And my book is called, Your Unhealed is Showing, because some people don't realize their unhealed is showing. They just think that they're making choices. They just think that it's their personality. But oftentimes it shapes you. And even with the quote, which I'll read again, life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. And when you think about choices, that's how it is with your unhealing. You know, the unhealed spaces and places in your life. You don't even know how that has shaped you and how you can think about your personality. Yes, when you were little, did you still have these qualities? Some of your personality exactly is what God intended your personalities to be. But you have picked up things along the way because of the unhealed spaces or hurts and pains, or maybe even choices. I have a poem before the chapter, and the poem says, "Turn down the flame and learn about your encounters with people. Protecting your peace and sanity is your priority. Blaming yourself is not the answer to any question you may have about anything. However, when you see a train coming, fast or slow, get out the way." All right, so I'm going to read from chapter 5. Let me take a quick break. I'm going to take a sip of water, and we're going to move on to chapter 5. And we're talking about healing from your choices. Not beating yourself up for your choices, but healing from your choices. It's so important to be able to do that so you can go on and live the life that I know you can live, right? But you got to heal from those choices. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When I say quick, I mean quick, and we'll be right back. Thank you for shining with me, Kendéll Lenice. If you're here for the very first time, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the show, and don't forget to tell your friends and family about Shine. We'll be right back. All right. I don't know why. Sometimes, a lot of times when I'm doing the podcast, I start getting thirsty. And I want to make sure I'm not mukbanging you guys by drinking or and all of that. But this is live, and I am a real person. So I hope your ears are not sensitive to that. And if they are, my apologies. All right, let's get into it. Chapter 5, Choices and Challenges. Choices are personal. Some choices are permanent. Many choices are made by the information you have at the time you make the decision. Here's the thing. We make choices based on our heart, our brain, and circumstances. No one makes a so-called bad choice because they think it's a bad choice at that time, at least not often. People make choices because they feel it's the right choice for their lives. The challenge with the choices are some age well and some don't. That's where the problems, disappointment, regret, and self-doubt creep in. Let's start with emotional decision making. Lord knows I have made decisions based off emotions that did not produce desired fruits. Some also did not age well. Experiencing many of the emotions that human beings can have, ranging from sadness, extreme happiness, may not be the time to make the best decisions. You need a middle ground. You also need time to work out a choice, weighing options, pros and cons. Some of you may make choices when you're angry, disappointed, excitement, full of joy, and the odds do not work in your favor. The pages of the book. When you look over your life, you may ask yourself, why do I always make the wrong choices? The way you choose may be a learning curve. It may be a place of contention for you. Because of your experiences, you may find it difficult to rest in your choices. You may even beat yourself up for some of the decisions, for some of your decisions, which is never a good thing. Although some choices may cost you money, time, emotional distress, or energy, you do gain wisdom. At least that should be the goal. The challenge is most people look at the negative or wrong choice, but not the initial reason for the choice. That's where the healing may step in. Every experience is an opportunity for growth. You may not want to hear it at the time, but when you look back, you could probably agree. Excuse me. When you are in it, it may be difficult to see. Nevertheless, forgive yourself. Let's discuss. Why do I constantly make poor choices? My research from Brand Strategy Insider showed me that 90% of people make decisions strictly based on emotion. Many times your choice making skills may not be poor. The timing may be off. What may have worked before may not be the best choice for the now. As we evolve, have new life experiences, and different people in our lives, we become different. When you are in a certain emotional, economic, and spiritual space, your mind shifts. If you are in a rush or in a time crunch, your choice can be altered. We can make choices based on what we think is a better choice. We also make choices based on other people, which is not always good. The truth is, most don't go with their gut. They go with what will please another, and that will not lead you to the best choices always. Now, if you are spiritual or religious, you may say there is no such thing as a wrong choice because God's plan will always prevail. Yes, this is true. However, sometimes we may take longer to walk God's path with poor choices. God gives us wisdom, but sometimes the wisdom has not paid off yet. It's on Klarna or Afterpay. Back in the day, it would have been on layaway. We all lapse judgment a time or two. The issue with choices is being okay with the choice you make. Most people are challenged with the thought of making the wrong choice. My daughters and I have a favorite line from the movie Babs. You wanted those poom pooms now, so you got them. Meaning you ask for it with your choice, so you should be happy with the decision. What seems like a good choice in theory may not always turn out the way you imagine in your heads. On Babs, they were talking about a hairstyle. In life, the choice may be as simple as that or much deeper. This is where the healing comes in. The thoughts of your choices and decisions travel through your mind like a bumper car. You keep running into a dead end or a brick wall with your thoughts. Think about your music playlist. Some of us love music, especially our favorite song. Well, what if we played that song for 24 hours nonstop? Imagine not having the ability to switch the song. Your device or streaming platform is broken and all you can hear for 24 hours is the same song. You cannot turn it off, you can turn it down, or change the song. You have to listen. Although we like it, we will be tired of hearing it. It begins to sound annoying. Most likely we would need a break from hearing the song. It gets old and now you are frustrated. Well, your thoughts can get old too. And if you consistently play the same tune in your head, beating yourself up is like playing the same song on repeat. Okay. Here's the catch. You can change your tune. You can have the choice to change your thoughts. That's how you begin to heal. The freedom of choice is your superpower. Can I keep it real? Some of the choices we make create the issues we need to heal from. Maybe we haven't consulted with God. Maybe we hadn't checked in with ourselves, listened to our inner voice before the decision or choice was made. We ignored the signs and went for it. Now we have to heal from a space or place we put ourselves in. Hello, somebody. I know I'm knocking on somebody's door. I know I'm not alone on this. I believe we have all been there, been here, right there with our choices. Think about people you've let in. They didn't align with you and you knew it. The choice to enter a relationship or that relationship wasn't the right move, but you did it anyway. The friendship was toxic, but you pushed and pursued, allowing that family member back into your personal space only for them to hurt you again. The choice to take the job when you knew it was would trigger you. You signed on anyway. So many choices we make as people, we go against our core intuition and make excuses. Your knower instinct is powerful. This is why your mind, body, and spirit have to be aligned with what's good for you. Good to you isn't necessarily good for you. We will always have to make choices in life. Yes, there will be times where you make a choice and it doesn't work in your favor. That's just life. But the healing comes in when you've made the choice already. If you cannot correct the choice, you have to let it go and truly allow God to walk it out from there. You cannot dwell, you must learn. You must note this. You may not think it's the best choice for personal or professional reasons, but it may end up being the best choice for your future. You must get over yourself. You must shake the self-doubt and learn to trust yourself. I meet clients all the time that tell me they do not trust their own decisions and have anxiety every time it's time to make a choice, big or small. You have to give yourself a chance to choose again. It's time to heal and let live. It's time to forgive yourself today for the decisions you made yesterday. Healing is a challenge, but not healing is a detriment to your overall health. Heal different. Beating yourself up will prolong your healing. Find a lesson and move forward with your life. Don't wallow in a bad choice or decision. You cannot unring the bell, but you can grow from the experience. Life is about learning. You deserve grace. Challenges are only challenges if we think there is no way out. Use your mind to think about alternate routes to the outcome you desire. Learn from your past to flourish in your future. Give yourself grace and mercy. God already did. Go forth and plan your choices. Weigh the costs. Pray about it. Then make the decision. It's time to trust you again. You've got this. Heal and grow from it. Life is not meant to be perfect, so stop trying. Healing is loading. That's chapter 5 in my book, Excuse Me, You're Unhealed, is Showing, Healing Purposely, and Aging Fearlessly by me, Kendéll Lenice. It's so interesting reading my words back to me again. And I want to read the next page before we go into the new chapter, because I write, you'll see, if you get the book, you'll see what I mean. I like to give some words before I go into the next chapter. So I'm going to give that. The power of the bounce back. Because you guys know you're bouncing back, right? You know that even with the choices and the decisions that you've made and you're beating yourself up every day, it's time to let it go, right? I want to say this before I read and before we end. It's time to let it go. You can't unring the bell. You can't make a different choice if you've already made the choice, but you can learn from the choices that you've made, y'all, and you can move forward. But beating yourself up is going to only make things worse. You got to pray about it, give it to God, and let it be, and learn. And then hopefully this will give you the power to make better choices in the future. But heal from it. Stop holding on to that hurt of the choice that you made in 1983, 1993, 2023, 2003. Let it go. And yes, you might say, well, it's easier said than done. It probably is. But it's been too long and it's holding you back from living your true dream and your true destiny and who God's called you to be. You gotta forgive yourself from the choices that you made that weren't great choices. Find the lesson in them, y'all, and learn from those choices. And then go on and trust yourself again and just use your wisdom, pray, ask God for discernment before you make your other choices. Don't make a choice without making sure God is involved in the outcome. You can't ever predict the outcome, but just to make informed choices and decisions in the future. All right, I'm reading from my book again. The power of the bounce back. The power of the bounce back is what you do. Think of the time when you were hard on yourself for making a choice you weren't pleased with. You condemned yourself so badly because you were challenged with the errors you made, and it halted you from moving forward. Take a moment and think over your life. Now think about how beautiful your bounce back was. Although that wasn't the best choice for the time you lived through it, right? Of course, some of your choices and challenges have a different reflection. I get it. However, you're still here. Your healing is still viable. Forgiveness is there for you just like it is for others. Understand the potential purpose of the challenge and use it as wisdom moving forward. God has forgiven you. Now forgive yourself. I think I'm going to stop there. I think this will be the episode. Because healing is so beautiful as you're going through the journey. Don't look at it as grunt work, right? Don't look at it as, I had to heal. I got to heal and I keep putting it off because I don't want to heal. Allow that to get in your space. Allow healing to be on your daily agenda. You wake up, you pray, you set your intentions, you journal, you get your devotional, whatever you do, you speak to God, you speak life into yourself, you listen to some self-empowerment, and speak healing into your life and be intentional about your healing. It's so important. All right, let's go with this week's wow moment takeaways from today's show. This week's wow moment takeaways from today's show. All right, the first takeaway is y'all go get my book, Excuse Me, Your Unhealed Disshowing, Healing Purposely and Aging Fearlessly, available on Amazon.com, Win Publications, WINN Publications.com, and you can also get it over at my website, kendelllenice.com. All right, but the serious takeaways from this episode is, I think it's time to forgive yourself, and I think it's time to start your healing journeys. I understand that you don't trust yourself. I understand that you have made choices that you're not proud of, but forgive yourself, let it go, and start trusting yourself again. I think that's the wow moment for today's show. What do you guys think? Tell me if you're able to rate and if you're able to leave a comment. I know if you're listening from Apple Podcasts, you can leave a comment because we are on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever you're listening to this, and other platforms. If you can leave a comment to let me know, I just want to hear you say, I forgive myself. I want to see you write that, and I want to see you pass this along to someone else who needs it, right? And when I read your comments, I'm going to do a free book giveaway. So if I see your comments or you email me at kendelllenice@gmail.com, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to send a couple of free books out. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to highlight this chapter in the book, and I'm going to sign the book in that chapter of choices. So kendelllenice@gmail.com, or if you can leave a message where you're listening to this podcast, I will send you a copy of the book. I want you to say, I forgive myself. And then you can go further. The person that gives the most detail, I don't need to be all in your business, but gives the most detail, I'm going to pick you guys. Tell me what choice you made and how you're going to forgive yourself. And I'm going to send you a copy of my book, right? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to share it out. I love y'all. Remember, you are a star, so don't allow anyone to dim your shine. Thank you so much for listening. God bless y'all. Peace. Thanks so much for listening. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Kendéll Lenice. And also go on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Again, thank you so much for your support. God bless y'all. Peace.
Shine with Kendéll Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
Season 9 of Shine with Kendéll Lenice is sponsored by Excuse Me, Your Unhealed Disshowing, Healing Purposely and Aging Fearlessly. This is the new book by Kendéll Lenice. Make sure you go to Amazon.com and get 2 copies, one for you and one for a friend. Nothing better than giving the gift of healing to yourself and someone you love. While you're over at Amazon, don't forget to leave a review on this book. It's so important. All right, that's it. That's all. Welcome to Shine with Kendéll Lenice. God bless y'all.